Hello, my fiery friends. Welcome to another awesome and fiery fun stream. I'm your host, the Infernoman here, and hopefully you're having a wonderful evening wherever you are at. So, as always, we've been having a bit of a chaotic time when it comes to our live streams. I know I've been usually trying to maintain the early mornings and afternoons, but because of our goofy schedule, I've been having to now do these wacky times. So hopefully you guys don't mind that I'm actually doing this here and now. All things considered. But we still have an exciting and fun deck that is themed around a couple of key cards that actually really caught my eye during the Avatar spoiler season. But what card are we talking about? What are we building around today? Well, I'm glad you asked. So without further ado, let's jump into it right now and exactly show you what are we talking about. All right, where are we at here? Oh, there we are. Awesome. Yay. So without further ado, join me today in the Pioneer format for our deck today that's going to be simply dubbed the Phoenix Fleet. That's right. So before we actually get started with that, let's as always do what our normal game plan is. We're going to go over the stats of the deck. We'll go over every single card and what we're trying to do with our game plan here. We'll then play as many matches as we can in the best of one format here in the Pioneer Ranked. And of course, once we get to the halfway point of the stream, we'll then upgrade the deck to see how well you can take it if you actually want to put a little bit more into it and make it stronger. So Phoenix Fleet, of course, is a mono black deck here with an average mana card about 2.5. We're looking at a total of 14 creatures in the deck. We have 11 instants, 3 sorceries, 10 artifacts, 3 enchantments, and 21 lands. As far as how it's going to work, as the name suggests, it's going to be a mono black sacrifice deck with a unique twist on it that I've actually hopefully will be able to get a chance to go off. So I actually do like what this card is trying to do here. Phoenix Fleet Airship from the Avatar set. It's a mythic, and it reads, it's a 4 mana 4/4 artifact vehicle with flying. At the beginning of your end step, if you sacrifice a permanent this turn, create a token that's a copy of this vehicle. And as long as you have 8 or more permanents named Phoenix Fleet Airship, this vehicle is an artifact creature. So the magic number, of course, is to get to 8. Once we get to 8, the entire fleet can come online on its own, and we should have more than enough in the skies to blow away our opponent and hopefully get to our victory. Even if for some reason we cannot get the vehicles to take off on their own just yet, we can crew them up for only 1 mana, which actually is a really good rate. And considering that you can sacrifice any permanent to trigger this and get a copy out, that's actually pretty easy to pull off, especially when you're mono black. So what are we going to be sacrificing to get the Phoenix Fleet Airship to go off? Well, to kind of go over that, I wanted to go with over a tried and true method in mono black in terms of how we can guarantee to get those Phoenix Fleet Airships going. So hopefully you guys are not going to hate me for this. Please don't, by the way. But I am going to be trying the tried and true method of good old Cauldron Familiar and Witch's Oven. Good old Cat Oven. How we've missed you so much here. So we're going to see if we can kind of meow meow our way by sacrificing the Cauldron Familiar, as always. And then that leaves a food token, but then using the food token, and then we can pull that back out with Cauldron Familiar to also life gain and drain our opponent. But of course, this is not going to be enough. We definitely need a little bit more support in order to make this all work here. So the rest of the game plan, in order to help us out here, we want to still make sure we can have some other backup options for us. We can go wide with Sedgemoor Witch here. Another card I actually do like a lot here. Sedgemoor Witch is a human warlock, and it reads, it has menace, and it has ward, pay 3 life. With Magecraft, anytime we cast an instant or sorcery or copy it, we can create a 1/1 black and green pest token. And of course, when that token dies, we also can gain 1 life. So that can also be another way we can develop some more food tokens that we can use to bring back Cauldron Familiar in case if anything happens where we kind of lose them along the way. However, we also have a couple more options for us to take advantage of the sacrificing to get the Phoenix Fleet Airship going. We also are going to utilize here Fire Navy Trebuchet. So this is a 3 mana 0/4 artifact creature wall. It has Defender and has Reach. So it's a good blocker for us. However, the reason why we want this is whenever you attack, create a 2/1 colorless construct artifact creature token for the flying that's named Ballistic Boulder that's tapped and attacking, and then you sacrifice that token at the beginning of your next end step. So this does count towards the Phoenix Fleet Airship. It actually is kind of on flavor, if you will. So the Fire Nation here, if we can swing a couple of cheap creatures, we can then create in the air a couple of annoying 2/1 boulders here, which can do a little bit of extra damage in the sky, and when they automatically sacrifice themselves, that triggers the Phoenix Fleet Airship, and we can get more copies going. So that's actually another sweet way we can help just ensure we can get the Phoenix Fleet to get off the ground. We want to take advantage of all the sacrificing, so we also have 2 more cards that help enable and trigger off with our sacrifice shenanigans here. We have Scavenger's Talent here. Whenever one or more creatures we control dies, create a food token. Although it only triggers once, it's actually pretty nice for us because, well, again, this goes well with Cauldron Familiar, and it provides for us a nice little easy way to keep looping things back and forth, and kind of think of it as extra copies of Witch's Oven, if you will. We are a budget deck, so we're only going to use 3 copies for the deck itself. However, if we can get this to level 2, that's also when hilarity can ensue. With this at level 2, anytime we sacrifice a permanent, target player mills 2 cards. So, in some instances, in some game plans, milling can also kind of be a bit of a janky plan C to the deck, but actually it can get us some sneaky wins if our opponent is not prepared to get milled out. So, that also can be a hilarious way to go off here. Having said all that, with Cauldron Familiar doing life gain and drain shenanigans, we actually do have one more option in order for us to keep things going with that. So we're also going to throw in copies of Popular Egoist here. Popular Egoist says that anytime if we sacrifice a permanent, target opponent loses 1 life and we gain life. So we also can use this as another life gain and drain strategy, and it triggers off basically with everything. We could trigger it with Fire Nation Trebuchet. We could trigger it with sacrificing our pest tokens. We could trigger it with sacrificing food tokens with Witch's Oven, Cauldron Familiar. You get the idea. So the Centaur Witch is also a nice little body for us. On the off chance also we might have to attack with it, we also have another ability with it where you can pay 2 mana, sacrifice a creature or an enchantment, then give this thing indestructible until end of turn. In some instances, that also can provide you a nice way of getting it to block to ensure that nothing can get through, and also provides for us another way that we can just keep our game plan going here. Now, in order for us to actually take advantage of Centaur Witch and the other shenanigans in our deck, the rest of the deck is mostly just rounded out as a giant pile, if you will, of removal and disruption. So for that, we'll have Annihilating Glare here. For, again, sacrificing artifacts or creatures. We have plenty of those to work with here, so we could use this to destroy we could destroy creatures or planeswalkers. We'll also, of course, throw in Fatal Push. Fatal Push, of course, will maximize its value once we trigger Revolt, which is easy to do with our deck since it's all sacrifice. In a 2-drop slot here, if we want to draw some more cards, we can use Deadly Dispute. Another amazing card for us is to sacrifice those extra artifacts. Maybe we could sacrifice, after it's done damage, the boulders, so that we can then generate some more card draw, make some treasure tokens to help us ramp. We'll throw in some small removal. We have Bitter Triumph here as a single copy of Heartless Act, a single copy of Sheoldred's Edict, and a single copy of Strategic Betrayal. So honestly, I'll be real. I couldn't honestly pick just one type of removal. And considering right now the meta is just all over the place when it comes to removal, I think just having a little hodgepodge, one copy of everything, just kind of helps us out a little bit in terms of just making sure that we have what we need. However, having said that, if the meta shifts a little bit here, maybe you might want to adjust for certain things out there. So again, your mileage may vary depending on, again, what you want to do. So with that, hold on one second here. Hold on. I think I saw something here I missed out on. Wait, hold on. I see one of you all, of course, on the chat there. Hello, my fire friend. Good evening. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Sorry, for some reason I didn't get to see that message pop up until a moment ago. So, okay, sorry about that. Where are we at here? Hold on. There we go. Nick, AI sup? Nutrient block would have been sacking synergy and cat synergy as well. Oh, you're right. We actually could consider that well. But again, I'm gonna be very clear with you all here. I actually kind of threw this deck together, literally, I threw this deck together this morning. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm supposed to put together a deck for tonight's stream. So I kind of slapped this together in about maybe 5 minutes. So it's very untested, but I'm feeling optimistic. I'm feeling a little spicy tonight, so that's why I wanted to throw it together and see if it can work. But the nutrient blocks, actually, now that I think about it, I mean, you could tweak this deck if you want to for standard, but maybe we'll talk about that in another part of the video, maybe a little bit later on. Will both level 1 and 2 lists be up on the video description? Oh yes, don't worry. So as always, we'll go through this as we normally do. Once we get to the upgraded version, we'll then go over, of course, both variations. And if you like either one, whether you like the base version we're going to play right now, or if you like the upgraded one, both links will be located in the details of this live stream once we are done later this evening. Now, as we finish up, of course, where are we at here? Oh yeah, that's right. So before we get to the actual gameplay, let's finish up the rest of the deck tag itself. So we'll be utilizing here 18 Swamps, because we are a budget deck. We have a Witch's Cottage. This can be another way to bring back either the Witch, Popular Egoist, Cauldron Familiar, whatever we need to. A single copy of Fountain Port, because we're going to be having a lot of tokens on the field, so we could take advantage of its ability. And of course, again, sacrificing permanents goes well with Popular Egoist. A single copy of Volatile Fault here, just to destroy a non-basic land we don't want to deal with. It leaves for us a treasure token that we can sacrifice, again, provides more value. And then if you want to play this in best of 3, here's what I'd recommend for you for that best of 3 option here. So for that here, we have Annihilating Glare. We'll then utilize here extra copies of Duress here for disruption. We have Go Blank here, so this can be a nice way to kind of disrupt our opponent's hand here, and then exile their graveyard, so it's kind of graveyard hate built into it. An extra copy of Heartless Act here. We have Poison the Waters for more discard, or we can use it as a very cheap little Wrath for small tokens. Strategic Betrayal here, also another extra copy of that. 2 copies of Withering Torment if we want to also deal with creatures or enchantments. And finally, another spicy unique option for us here. It's going to be the Fire Nation Drill, a legendary artifact vehicle. So this is actually a pretty sweet one too. It is a 6/3 trampler, and when the Fire Nation Drill enters, tap it. If you do, destroy target creature with a power 4 or less. So it's going to be a little bit of expensive spot removal, but it goes very well with the deck. Having said that, also, permanents your opponent control will lose hexproof indestructible until end of turn. So you can kind of find this as a way to kind of get around some of the more annoying aspects of some decks out there that try to protect themselves. So this can turn off certain things and help us achieve our victory. But otherwise, that is the whole game plan for you, everybody. Let's go ahead, let's take this into the Pioneer format. Let's play some best of 1, maybe a best of 3 match here and there if that turns out well, and let's see how well this deck can do. Having said that, I still haven't actually taken the time to rank up yet, so let's see if maybe this deck can help us rank up just a little bit. At least I hope it will. Okay, so let's go ahead, let's get ourselves squared away here. We're going to lock in here, and it is game time for us, everybody.
It's time to do.
Yeah, all right, okay. All right, let's do this. Let's see what we got here. All right, so we don't have the cat in hand. We have the Witch's Oven, we have a Fatal Push, Sedgemoor Witch, and we have the Phoenix Fleet Airship. So it's a little slow, but we can hopefully get to our victory with this. Okay, so we'll play the Swamp. We'll get the Witch's Oven now. Yep, that's right, opponents. We're going to be doing some cat oven shenanigans. Meow, meow. Okay, so they have a River Guy pathway, so this probably means it's going to be Arc-like Phoenix shenanigans. At the same time, if you absolutely have to in a pinch, you can also sacrifice your Witch's Oven if you need to, just to ensure you can draw into some more action. So don't be afraid to sacrifice your Witch's Ovens if you need to. But we'll see what our opponent's going to try to do here. Alright, so nothing yet. Scavenger's Talent, alright. So with that, let's play the talent now. If it's Phoenix, they usually don't carry early on, they usually don't have in their main deck counter spells. Maybe that might be helpful for us. The only awkward part is we also might be filling their graveyard way more than we would like to, but we'll see. If our opponent gets too greedy, though, we could mill him out. But I don't know. It is very early in terms of what we're going to try to do here. So with that, let's see. All right, so Sedgemoor Witch. We'll play that and see how this goes. All right, opponents. Nothing yet. Consider. Okay. Let's see what our opponent's going to try to do here. So while our opponent is setting up, how has everyone's weekend been going so far? Hopefully you all have been having a good weekend on all things considered. Fiery Impulse. Say will to pay to 3. So this is the only awkward part, but we're probably going to have to... Dang it, we're going to have to actually sacrifice our Sedgemoor Witch. No, the witch has to die. But maybe this will help mill us out a little bit here. So we make some food. Opponent does turn on their monk. Okay, so we got Annihilating Glare. I guess that's not horrible. Here's how we do this, though. We need to sacrifice a food. That makes our opponent mill a bit. Alright, we draw some cards, make a treasure. Oh, there we go. So we got the cat, finally. That is what we wanted. Alright, and we will... Let's see here. Well, I mean, I guess we can just make another food. Or sacrifice to take care of that. Sacrifice the food here. Makes our opponent mill again some more. It is very risky trying to mill out Arc like Phoenix, but that might come in handy. I mean, right now they're at 35 cards already. We'll see if that actually might come in handy. We're going to try. Treasure Cruise. Okay, so they're going to draw a bunch of cards. Ugh. We are fueling our opponent a little bit more than I feel comfy doing, but If it ends up happening where we can get around this, so be it. So let's see. Opponents. See if our opponent tries to make this work. All right. Okay. And then didn't get a chance to answer your question. So, Abel Warito, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. You did ask earlier how am I doing? I'm doing great, by the way. How are you doing? Didn't get a chance to ask you directly there. Hopefully, again, you're having a wonderful weekend. We'll block here with the Cauldron Familiar. So here's how we do this. We will sacrifice Cauldron Familiar. Ah, good old cat oven. Can't beat that. All right, so we do make our food. All right, we mill at least this Quarry Steel Cutter. That's what we wanted. Our opponent will hit us to 17, but the cat will keep us in the game, so that's actually not horrible for us. Keep milling them. Mill, mill, mill. Meow, meow. Okay, torch the tower. Ooh, okay, so this is something that may come up every so often. So if the fact that they're going to be doing this, let's see. So this is now where we're going to have to actually hit our own card. I don't want to, but we've got to keep the cat alive. So we mill our opponent for 2 more. Fatal push our own cat. I know, wild idea there, but it does work. And that fizzles the torch tower. There we go. All right. I think the kill is going to work. It might. I mean, our opponent's definitely going to get milled a ton here. Ooh, Scavenger's Talent. Okay, so Phoenix Fleet Airship. I wonder, maybe we should just go for the mill kill here. This actually might... Oh, man. I wish I actually had another land, but... Okay, so I think at this point, we probably should just go for the mill kill. There we go. Down to 11. We will sacrifice the cat. Oh, man, we may not even need the Airship Fleet. Yes, yes, the mill. Oh, my goodness. Down to 19. Opponent. Oh, man, this is hilarious. Oh, my goodness. We're getting there. Okay, so we're back up to 20. They're at 10 right now, so they are getting drained quite a bit. They're going to opt. And our opponent, we were able to stop one of the strongest decks currently in Pioneer. Yes. What say you, Zuko?
That's rough, buddy.
Yes, we did it. All right, nice. Wow, I didn't think we were actually going to be able to outmill before they can respond. Oh, man, that was beautiful. I was able to take down the strongest deck currently in the format. That was good, though. That was good. We didn't get a chance to see the fleet take off, but you could see, I mean, Cat Oven still got it. Let's be real. Cat Oven with the right setup, even in 2025, still can mill opponents. I love it, by the way. I'll never get tired of doing Cat Oven decks, by the way. I know some people get annoyed by it, but I'm having fun. And then hopefully, again, we can maybe rank up with this. So let's see if we can keep the good times rolling. Let's get our next game here going, and let's lock in again. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, so got the Witch's Oven again. Fire Nation Trebuchet. We got 2 Phoenix Fleets, but we don't have the right card to sacrifice yet. Can we draw into it? I suppose we also can sacrifice the Fire Nation Trebuchet if we absolutely have to in a pinch. That's another option too. Let's see. Opponents is, let's see. What are they trying to do here? Opponents. All right, so do we keep this hand? It is a little risky, though. I don't know. On the other hand, we might end up dirtling and might not do anything. So I'm going to try, we're going to try to mulligan here. Okay, oh, perfect. Okay, this is actually better. Much better. Okay, we got the Cat Oven combo, Trebuchet, Popular Egoist. Okay, this is solid. For this, however, I want to keep the Egoist, but we can get away with just the Cat. The Cat Oven combo with Fire Nation should be enough. At least I hope it will. Okay, Publish Mystic. All right, so with that, we will start the Meow Meows. Might be in a drain. So let's see. Is it gonna be... Is it the Selesnya Coco deck that locks out certain things? No, it is. All right. Well, this is going to be a bit of a wash. I don't know if we're going to find a way out of this, but we're going to try. Although this deck is very annoying. The one that our opponent's going to play. So, game plan now is we have to fight around those Skyclaves, which is going to be beyond annoying. Elvish Mystic number 2. Okay. What else we got, opponents? Elvish Mystic number 3. Or Lionel Morales, I should say. Giada. Okay, so it is the Collected Company pile of doo-doo. Okay. Alright, let's see. Can we get around it, though? Fire Nation Trebuchet. So at least we have a blocker for now. What I would like for us to do, though, is that maybe get one more creature to sacrifice. Opponent swings. We block the Skyclave. Down to 14. Alright, opponent, what you got? Anything else? Nope, nothing. Okay. Swamp. Okay, so Phoenix Fleet Airship. And we will pass here. Okay. Righteous Valkyrie. Oh, so it's... Yeah, so it's going to be trying to get the Angel. I hate this Angel, by the way, so much. We've played it before, but I don't like playing against it. Okay, opponent, anything else? Okay, they do swing. So with that, this time we'll block Giada. Not for any real value, but we're down to 9 already. Dang. I don't know what their last card is, but I guess we'll find out here. Giada again. Okay. I guess we're trying to pump it up. Joy. Okay. So, they gain some life. Okay. Well, we got the Cat Oven, which is nice, but is that too little too late? So, we will Deadly Disputes away the Trebuchet. Actually, hold on. No, wait. How do we do this here? Huh. This is not a good turn either way. I mean, we could block... Okay. We blocked Giada. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can block for one turn. We can use the Phoenix Fleet if we need to in a pinch. Oh, dang. This is just not... We didn't get to set ourselves up fast enough. Unfortunately, that Skyclave locking out that Cauldron Familiar also kind of hurt us a lot. Such an annoying card, by the way. Very annoying. Otherwise, aside from my annoyances, again, how are y'all doing tonight, everybody? Hopefully you've all been doing well. Did you all get your holiday shopping done? Assuming you are all celebrating the holiday like I am. Okay, it is a land, so this means they're just going to be aggro for a turn. Oh, they don't. Okay, well, that helps us out a bit here. So now we can do some shenanigans here. Okay, Cat Oven stuff. This helps us rebuild a little bit. Not by much, but a little bit. Oh, nice. Another Witch's Oven. Okay, so this is perfect for us here. So for this, that triggers the Phoenix Fleet. We will bring that back, but we'll hold on to 1 for the next turn. And from there, that makes another Phoenix Fleet. Nice. Okay, so we're starting to build up the Phoenix Fleet itself. Our opponent doesn't know. Okay, so they have now a lot of elves. A lot of elves. Okay. Oh, right. Well, we kind of have the edge right now. Sort of. Because now we're just going to start being a little sneaky here with just draining them out. Our opponent is going to start losing some of their pull here. Okay, so we have a Fatal Push. That's nice. Okay, so here's how we do this. Opponent's going to have to think quickly here because we're going to start building up our fleet very quickly here. All right, nice. Okay, and then because of that, now we can Fatal Push away the Apparition. That does give us some sacrifice fodder. Although we can use it also to then turn on the fleet. There we go. We have one more turn, and we actually have the whole fleet ready to go. Oh my goodness, we actually might pull this off. Opponents? What's your answer? Oh man, we can actually survive another turn here. We actually can turn on the whole fleet, and that will be hilarious. Come on. What's your last card, opponent? Oh. Oh, no. No. Okay, what do they hit? Please, no Skyclaves. If they hit us with a Skyclave, we will be shreked. Resplendent. Jesus. All right. Wow. They actually found a way to actually completely overwhelm us here. Dang it. So do they swing? They do. Okay. Okay, so here's how we do this. Block with the Trebuchet. We will Deadly Dispute. Alright. And we can Heartless Act. Oh, wait. Dang it. We can't. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, so Fatal Push away. Righteous Cavalry. Okay, so at least we got that out of the way. So that does turn them off a bit. They leave behind a couple of tokens. Small price to pay, but that's fine. The realistic issue here is just making sure we get the fleet online ASAP. If we can have it go off, we might be able to overrun our opponent. Because the fleet does technically go big, and it goes wide. Okay. Yes, I know they have 73 life, but maybe we might be able to build up a big enough fleet here. Okay, so at this point now, those balloons got to get up ASAP. Sedgemoor Witch. Okay, so with that, we will Heartless Act. What do we destroy without... Okay, Bishop of Wings got to go. Okay, so we start building up our tokens. We will sacrifice Cauldron Familiar. Do it again. Nice. Some way, somehow, a cat has managed to survive and hold out just long enough for us to actually turn on our whole game plan here. So we end the turn, and there you go. The fleet is growing. And now... Yes! Our Phoenix fleet is in the sky. So now we have a nice way of blocking our opponent. But if we can keep sacrificing, this gets bananas. How do you like us, opponent, now? Now we're the flying deck opponents. Although I should be careful here because I don't want us to get too ahead of ourselves here. Opponent can start swinging if they want, but that's also a lot of tokens they're going to lose. Okay, opponent does want to swing. So, all right, so how do we do this here? We got to keep the main one alive. I would love for us to get another Phoenix fleet, so that would be great. But until then, I guess we'll sacrifice one here. Okay, that gets 2/2. That turns it on, but that doesn't kill it. That takes us down to, what, 15? Okay. All right. So they pump it up. That's fine. So we will lose to the fleet. That turns off the fleet for a moment. They lose one creature. They'll make some angels, but that's okay. A little bit of life there. That's fine. All our game plan just needs to do is slowly but surely keep building up the fleet. If we can keep doing that, we still can go beyond our opponent, even if they have 81 life. Okay. Ooh, another Cauldron Familiar. Okay, well, that's kind of cute, too. So, here's how we do this. Cauldron Familiar. We will sacrifice one Cauldron Familiar. We got to take out now their other Resplendent Angel. Nice. Take that, opponents. Okay. They leave behind a Spirit. That's fine. Okay. This is actually going to take quite a bit of time. No attacks, of course. And we pass the turn there. The fleet keeps growing. Yes! Oh, this card's awesome. I love this card. We have so many flying balloons now. Oh my god, I love this. I love this card so much. This is such a fun card. I really need to actually get a copy for my vehicles deck. We totally need to put this in. Is the deck's name Copycats? It could be, by the way. Clever name, but actually, what's it? We just call it Phoenix Sacrifice because literally you're just sacrificing just to get the Phoenix online. So we're doing pretty good here. I mean, at this point now, we literally could just stall out our opponents. So at this point now, we can literally just kind of drag our feet until we have enough in the air until we can actually get this going. The only way we can stop our opponent now is we just have to now start sniping all of their key cards until we can get to a point where we have enough balloons to do our thing. So literally right now, we're going to do the most boring thing. I know some people don't like this, but this is how we can get to our win. So slowly draining our opponent out. We gain our life here. No swings yet. And we're going to make so many tokens. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves here. What do we have now? Do we have enough to actually... Can we close out the game next turn? I know. I didn't think this card was going to go off like this. So even if they have like another Skyclave or whatever, it won't matter because remember, this only exiles the non-token permanents. So as long as we have at least a couple tokens survive, we can just keep multiplying the fleet in the air. They can't stop it. They can't stop it. The only way they would stop us is they'd have to exile all of it. And I don't think they have enough. Oh, this is fun. Oh my goodness. All right. So I think maybe one more turn or two, and I think we should have enough in the air where we can just overwhelm our opponent with all of our flyers. Oh, there we go. We have Scavenger's Talent now too. And then with this, now we have a way we can speed the clock up. So with that... Oh, this is beautiful, by the way. And also, we're gaining life back. Okay, Miller. Oh my goodness, we gotta outback Kayla's construction. Okay, so with that... Oh man, okay. Now I think we can win. We have enough blockers in the sky where our opponent can't stop us. Life gain and drain. We keep milling them. And there you go, everybody. I didn't think this was gonna work. I honestly thought this was gonna be super duper jank. But it's working. And we're getting our life back. Okay, so I think from there, no attack still. They just keep multiplying. Oh, man, goodness. I gotta be careful, though, because we're gonna probably break Arena in a bit. We have now so many tokens. This is crazy. Has anybody actually played this card? I haven't seen anybody play this card. This is like a hidden gem. This card is crazy. And we only have one actual physical copy. We haven't actually gotten actual other hard copies into the deck yet. I mean, sure, opponent, you can buff your creatures up if you want to, but we don't care. At this point, we're going to probably just get the mill win right here, because they're down to 29 cards. So I think we got this. I think we're locked in. Yes. Okay, opponents? Do you have an answer? Okay, we got rid of the other Skyclave. That's great. Meow meow. Whew, okay, so if we can get at least one more Scavenger's Talent, maybe... Oh, here we go. They just keep coming. We're up to what? 49? 50? We have so many we have so many in the sky now. Should we just swing? I guess we could just probably swing now. We probably could just end our opponent here. So, real quick, I guess we'll just do this now. Just trigger at least one more here. Just keep milling our opponents. Because why not? Okay, down to 25. You know what? I think we have enough. I think we probably could swing here and just end it. So, big swing here. Yeah. And then hold back. We'll hold those back. We don't want those to actually die. I think we probably can hold back. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Okay. 50 attackers, basically. Opponents. Do you block 50? Sure. Bump up and get that life gain. Why not? Oh my god, I love this card. Oh my goodness. I didn't think we were going to go off that hard. Sure, opponent. Block. Go ahead. And block. And block. Block some more, sure. Block some more. Giada, sure? Maybe? That's it? Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure that, even if I'm not good at math, I'm pretty sure that gets us the win. The Phoenix Fleet has overrun Selesnya Angels.
That's rough, buddy.
And we rank up. Oh my goodness. Maybe this deck might finally get me out of gold because I've been stuck here for like several days. It's been miserable, by the way. All right, there you go, everybody. Wow. That was a beautiful, beautiful example of our Phoenix sacrifice deck. I didn't think we were going to go off that hard. Now, obviously, it's not always going to be that amazing, but you can see what is potentially hilariously fun. All right, so let's keep the good times rolling. Let's keep it going. Okay. Maybe we can replicate that again. Maybe we can mill out our opponents. I think this might actually be a fun budget deck if you actually want to try it out. All right, so even if we don't go big this time around, we can still pull off some shenanigans here. So we got Sedgemoor Witch, Scavenger's Talent, Deadly Dispute. Just some slight removal, which can help us out for the early game. We'll get the Scavenger's Talent down. Wait, hold on 1 second, everybody. Oh, someone's at my door, so give me 1 second here, everybody. I'll be right back. Okay. Don't go anywhere, opponent. Be right back, everybody. Oop, oop, oop. Okay. Whoop. Wow, I almost ended up losing a turn there, everybody. Okay. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. Okay. Sorry, that took a little bit longer than I expected from there, but okay, we're good. Our opponent's playing what? All right, they're playing Monster Switzer. Okay. So, All right. Pass here. So if it's mono red aggro, it's just going to have to be removal here. So let's show off. All right. Opponents. They're going all in on the hasty creatures, by the way. Okay. What, if anything, opponent? You have to play something. I know you have to pump. You have to have pump. Nope. Okay. So at this point, then, I guess that means we're going to have to play a little bit off curve here. Non-token creature. What do you do, opponent? What do you sacrifice? Okay. Monster Swift here. No surprise. Fountain Ports. So let's see here. Actually, Fire Nation Trebuchet might help us out here. So this actually is a decent blocker for the time being. All right. Opponents, what you got? Everheart Challenger again. So I'm sure they have to have pump. So until then, let's actually block the show off. Opponents, you got to have something. There it is. All right, there's the Monstrous Rage. So this one we might end up losing, everybody. But again, against mono red aggro, we have to have our removal in hand. If we don't have it, we're relying on a lot of very shaky options. Okay, Sedgemoor Witch. Okay, so how do we do this here? Okay, I think Deadly Dispute. Sacrificing the food. Draw 2. Okay, make a treasure. Alright. From there, we will... Okay. Annihilating Glare. Sacrifice our only treasure. Trying to stem the bleeding as much as I can. And then... Oh boy, okay. Alright, well, it comes down to this. If they have any pump, at least 2 pieces of pump, we're dead. I tried, though. I thought about using Sedgemoor Witch, I don't know if that was going to be good enough, though. Okay, so... Oh, yeah, they jumped into what they got. All right, well done, opponents. They managed to outdo us here. So, all right. It is what it is. Even if I Fatal Push away one, it won't take out the other. So, it's all good. Well, win some, you lose some. Mirror and Bane Splitter. No surprise there. They have a cute little aggro deck. I mean, it's very fast. Very aggressive, though. But dang, we didn't make it this time. So that does remind us of one of the things that does prevent us from winning some of our games. At least with our mono black deck. Dang. It's all good, though, everybody. It's all good. At the very least, though, we do understand that one of the biggest weaknesses to our deck is we can be a bit slow if we don't have our early game removal. We can hit mono red aggro because we have tons of spot removal, but if we don't get it in the first turn or two, we end up getting steamrolled like you just saw. But that's okay. That's okay. I think our matchups do feel like they tend to be better against the mid-range decks. The decks that kind of get messed up pretty heavily because we're using we're trying to build up a Phoenix Fleet, and that does take time to get in the sky, if you will. All right, let's mulligan this. Oh, jeez. All right. Don't want to mulligan again, but we don't have anything here that helps us. Mulligan one more time. Okay. I don't want to go down any further than this, because otherwise we're definitely not going to win. So keep this. I don't feel good, though. Okay, play the Swamp. Cauldron Familiar. All right, we'll try. Okay, opponent, what you got? Okay, so they got nothing so far, just a tap land. Down to 18 opponents. Okay. Bloodform Verge. Huh, what are they playing? They have Bant, so that could mean, that could mean anything. Okay. I'm also waiting to see if they actually have a removal. If they do have removal, at least Deadly Dispute keeps alive Cauldron Familiar just long enough. Okay. Gift of Paradise, okay. They're ramping. But what are they ramping into? Okay. Well, at least we're slowly building up our game plan here. So at least now we have plenty of removal to work with here. Okay. While we wait for our opponent to kind of figure out what your strategy is, what are you building right now, everybody? What's your format you're playing in? Are we all playing Brawl right now, / Commander? Y'all going back into Standard? Or are you waiting until more cards get banned out of Standard? Because I don't know. I am liking that Standard is better now, but it seems like no matter what, it seems like Izzet never dies in Standard. At least that's what it feels like. Now the, what is it? Izzet Lesson deck is taking over Standard? That's pretty wild. All right, we got the Fatal Push. So literally now we have all the removal we could ever want for any situation we're trying to run into. But yet I don't know what our opponent's doing. Are they trying to play... Yeah, well... Are they cycling? Okay. Cycle away Spar's headquarters. So is this a fog deck? Is this that approaches the second sun deck that I haven't seen in a while? Yeah, what are we doing, opponents? I'm very confused. Okay. Oh, okay. So it might be some weird shenanigans with their sideboard. Oh yeah, it is approaching second sun. All right. Well, our only hope against this is removal. Or at least trying to discard that. So for now, Ultra Familiar, because we failed to get anything to mill out our opponent here. Okay. So that doesn't do anything. So that's what our opponent's trying to do. Dang it, we were just too slow, though. Alright, so in the meantime, Phoenix Fleet Airship, which is nice, normally. But without anything really realistically to do with it, I don't know. I would like for us to actually pull off stuff here. But I don't know if we're going to be fast enough to outdo an approach of the second sun. The only way we can do it is we have to mill their whole deck. And I don't know if we're going to be able to pull that off here. Alright, so it is right here in their deck. We have to find a way to get around it quick. Alright, until then, Fire Navy Trebuchet. We will Cauldron Familiar. Life Gain Drain. We swing here. Make a token. Down to 22. That's not fast enough, though. Okay, more Life Gain and Drain shenanigans. If the Phoenix Fleet can get online quick enough, maybe. But, okay. Alright, looks like our opponent's going to get us here. Okay. Yeah, those mulligans really, really hurt us there. We just didn't have what we needed, and now we're going to deal with this. Okay, Fey of Wishes. Not for any real value. We've got at best maybe like 2 turns. If they have card draw, they have the card. Okay, Phoenix Fleet in. No real way to sacrifice. Okay, Incubator token. Okay. Another swamp doesn't do it for us, so... Okay, actually, hold on. Honestly, I feel like I'm just playing to play at this point. There's not really anything we can do to stop this. Because now we're, what, 3 cards away? Oh, they already had it in hand. What a boring deck. Yeah. Alright, well, we still stay at gold 1. Maybe we can get a couple more wins. At least I hope so. I would like to get us at least a couple more wins we can finally get out of gold. Hopefully. That's okay. So, again, another way you can see that our deck, while fun when it goes off, can be a little bit slow and clunky versus decks that don't really care about what we're trying to do. But I still wouldn't put this deck down just yet. With certain matchups, the deck can be absolutely great. If we had to approach the second Sun deck, we might have been able to beat them out in best of 3. Mostly just because we actually have discard there, and also in a deck like that, we also would have some exile effects. But it's not a big deal. It's all good, everybody. It's all good. Okay, so let's wait for our next opponent here. So question for everybody while we are waiting for this. If you've been playing the Avatar set, what has been your favorite thing from the set? Do you like the ally support? Are you enjoying any of the bending abilities like earth bending, fire bending, water bending? Let me know. I would love to hear from you guys. All right, until then, so we got Deadly Dispute, Popular Egoist, some Phoenix Fleets. Again, a little slow, but we do have at least 1 piece of spot removal. Depending on what our opponent is playing, that spot removal could be key. All right, we got red. That's fine. Didn't play anything, though, so... Green. Okay, Crossroads. Huh. Towns? Is it a town deck? That's kind of spicy, opponent, if you actually can pull off a town deck. We tried doing a town deck back over the summer, and yeah, that deck did not manage to pull off anything. Oh, it's elementals. Huh. Okay, so it's a town deck into elementals. Okay, now I think I get what our opponent's trying to do here. So we will... How do we do this here? Okay. Witch's Oven. And we'll pass. Okay, so if I'm correct, if they're playing elementals with towns, which is spicy, we tried pulling off ourselves. Stormfleet Sprinter. Okay. Huh. Not what I was expecting, but okay. Was not my bingo card, but here we are. We're going to have to sacrifice the Witch's Oven because I need to speed this up quick. Where's our spot removal? Okay, that's nice. So, Swamp. And let's see. Popular Egoist. And from here, we will... Strategic Betrayal. Force our opponent to take something. Life Gain and Drain. Go back up to 13. They're at 19. They lose 1 creature. Rush. Okay, the Elemental. Not every day I see Stormfleet Sprinter played in 2025. Oh, they have Leyline the Guild pack. Okay. Okay. Well, let's see what our opponent's going to try to pull off here. So with that, we will... Okay. Let's see here. I think... We'll get 1 airship in while we can. Down to 16. Now, if we can start doing some sacrifice shenanigans, then this can be great. Ooh, skeletal swarming. Huh. Okay. Down to 9. And we start making skeletons. Sedgemoor Witch. Okay. So. Scavenger's Talent. Sedgemoor Witch. We will not attack yet. We can turn on the Phoenix Fleet on its own if we need to in a pinch. And the champions. Okay. This is a very interesting deck our opponent has. It's very spicy. I actually kind of like it. Even if it does feel like a bit of a pile. Alright, so. We will turn on here. And we can only block the skeleton. That puts us at 3. They make more skeletons. Okay. Well. So how do we get out of this? Is there a way out of this? Okay. Well, this is not what I want to do, but... Okay, so I think... Okay. Popular Egoist has to get sacrificed. That gets some triggers off. We make some food. Draw some cards. Okay, so we actually did get a couple of sweet options here. So, Annihilating Glare. Sacrifice. Take out... So, sacrifice the food. Make another token. And we Fatal Push. Nice. Okay. So we kind of dug ourselves out of our hole there. Down to 12. Alright, so now we have 2 copies of our fleet. Even with the trample they have, we can slow them down. Unstoppable Slasher. Okay. Not the end just yet. Huh. So it's all an unblockable deck. That's very spicy, opponents. But I like it. I actually might try to steal this in the future. Okay. For now... Block here. Block here. Okay. So they lose their skeletons. That's fine. They'll make more skeletons, which is annoying. But we can keep blocking them. Okay, Swamp. So... We need a way to have this go off. So first off, we will sacrifice 1 pest. Make a food. Draw some cards. Make a treasure. Okay. So with that, that's 1, 2... Okay, so how do we do this here? We'll make more fleet tokens, which is nice, but we still need a way to... Okay. No attacks yet. Okay, fleet is coming online. We have 1 more turn. We gotta hold out for 1 more turn. Can we do it? I think that's our biggest takeaway here. Okay. They do pump themselves up a bit. Okay. We edict them. They have to sacrifice a creature. Make another token. So that helps us with blocking. So they weaken themselves with 1. Alright. Turn on the fleet. Wow. Pests are piloting our game plan here. Okay, so with that. Let's see. We gotta make sure we block this correctly. Block here. Block here. Okay. Alright, that should be it. Okay, nice. We make a food token. Comes back. That's okay. The only awkward part now is now we actually have 1 off on the fleet, but I think we can fix that here on the next turn. Okay, we got another swamp. That's good. Okay, another fleet comes in, so that gives us now the right number we need. So that means now, level 2. And for now, eat a food. Nice. That's 3 triggers off of that. Okay, we got the milling going. Mill, mill, mill. Okay, and that turns on the fleet. No attacks. We got to the magic number, 8. There we go. Nice. Now we have a decent amount of blockers for the next couple of hits. As long as we can sponge hits here, we should be good. Okay, so opponent is getting a little desperate because they're blocking everything they can. Okay. Let's see. Okay, that's enough, right? Okay. Down to 4. Okay, make another food. Fleet goes offline for a little bit, but that's not a huge deal. Okay. They make their skeletons still. Wow. Skeletons versus airships. Who would have thought? So let's see. We can do it this way. We will bring in another fleet. Let's see here. Okay. Level 3. And then... Alright. Nothing yet. So we'll sacrifice 1, 2... Actually, hold on. 1, 2, 3. Bring back the egoist. Nice. Get the milling going. Mill, mill, mill. Okay. Okay, so the only awkward part for that was couldn't turn on the fleet. So that's the only downside for now. Can we survive, though? Okay, our opponent is being relentless here. So, crew, egoist, crew, pest, crew, second pest, crew again, pest, crew, our last one. Okay, so the airships are online. Whew, it's been a tough one this game. So let's see. Block here, and let's see, keep that one alive actually. Block here. Dang. Some way, somehow, still trying to keep ourselves alive here just as much as can. Did we survive or are we gonna lose? Okay. Oh, dang it, we made it just a 0. We couldn't survive one more round there. We almost stabilized, but that's okay, everybody. No, we didn't have fun with that one. That's okay, though, everybody. You kind of got an idea, then, of how powerful it can be. The Phoenix fleet actually does do a pretty decent job on its own. But we just couldn't stabilize against those skeletons. Wow, what a weird deck that was. I'd commend our opponent there for actually having a very spicy build that I've never seen before. But some way, somehow, it kind of actually worked in a weird way. But okay, so we'll do one more with the budget deck. After that, we will then go into the non-budget build to kind of show you how you can really go all out with the deck if you actually don't worry about your budget. But if you like the deck, again, I'll leave a link for it after we're done with tonight's stream. As we're getting prepared to face off our next opponent here, if you do like any of the budget content that we do, please show some love and follow, like, and subscribe wherever you're watching the content, whether you're watching live right now or on the replay across any of our socials. If you want to support me as well, we also have a Patreon. We also have, of course, for paid members, some exclusive content. I do have another exclusive video I'm going to be posting up tomorrow, most likely in the afternoon or the evening, for bonus content, extra stuff that doesn't make it to the main videos in the main channel. So if you want to support us that way, we appreciate that. Or if nothing else, just join our Discord and be part of our group of fiery friends as we continue to grow our circle bigger and bigger. Either and all support that you have for us will help keep the channel going, and we appreciate anything and all you do. All links, of course, will be located in the details below at the end of the stream. All right. Blood Crypts. That's cute. We'll play our cat. Meow meow. Okay, down to 19, up to 21. Okay, so Rakdos. Mute Revolt. All right, that's fine. What could you be playing, opponents? This Volatile Fold actually might come in handy. Down to 18. So, we got solid 3 drops. Such more witches. Fable the Mirror Breaker, okay. Okay, that's cute. So, I think we might have to do this now. I want to make sure we can get our land drops, so sacrifice your own cat. Draw 2 cards. Dang, we didn't get a land. Alright. Well, this is going to be kind of awkward. So, how do we do this here? Let us Sedgemoor Witch. Okay, unfortunately our deck has betrayed us. We did not get our land drop, and that might hurt us. We're not sure yet though. Okay, opponents. Okay, so they're playing Karoxa. Okay, opponents. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, no blocks yet. Down to 19. Still got plenty of time. It's not the worst. Fable number 2. Oh boy. Yeep. Ugh, we still did not get what we needed. Okay, that's okay though. So how do we pull this off here? I guess we'll have to Fatal Push away one token. Make a pest. Come on, yeah. Where is our actual spot removal? I'm sorry, not spot removal. Where's our lands? We need that. We really do need our lands. Or else we will not survive. I just want one black source. One black source can get us in this fight. We can make it Scavenger's Talent and make the Cauldron Familiar combo work. Okay. Alright, so yeah, it's traditional Rakdos sacrifice shenanigans. Okay, no blocks. We still have time. We have time. We can still do this. Okay, Verge land. Opponent's got plenty of mana, though. They got everything going off just fine. Okay, opponents. Shieldred. Alright. Okay, well, Shieldred's not... It's not unbeatable. So here's how we do this. Scavenger's Talent. Okay, and... Okay, so this is going to hurt for a moment here, but... okay. Shieldred. Going bye-bye. Okay, but at least this gives us what we need. So Shieldred down. Buys us time we need. And then... we will bring back the cat oven shenanigans once we get to the next part. Okay, but we are getting there. We're getting there. But we're also not prepared to handle this many Reflection of Kiki-Jiki. Unstoppable Slasher. Terrifying, by the way. Okay, they make a copy. It is Hasty. Okay. So, to stop the Slasher, we literally just block here with our token. Not ideal, because we always need those tokens for sacrifice fodder. Okay. But we make another food off of that, so that is helpful. Okay, opponent, anything else? Play to the Oni. Okay. They lose their token. Is that all, opponents? Alright, so we will eat a food, bring back the cat. Meow meow. Okay, so we Deadly Dispute first off the food here. So that way that makes us a new little pest. There's our lands. Finally. Okay, so how do we do this here? So in that case then, we still don't have our Cauldron Familiar's last piece. That's the only thing we need. Alright, so in that case then, I think we'll level 2. And we pass. No attacks. So, still trying to see if we can make this work. Our opponent definitely has more than enough value out of their whole deck to completely run us over here. And they're going to try to do it here now. But we will try. Okay, so they make 2 copies. Okay. They go swinging. Making those treasures. So for here, we block the slashers. That's all we can do. We're going to lose... Ugh, this is not good. Down to 9. Okay, we lose 2 there. Ouch. Unholy Annex. Okay. We might be dead here. Okay. They lose their creatures. Damn, we just could not get to our pieces in time. Okay, Cauldron Familiar. Sacrificing here. Make a mill a little bit here. Although I don't know if that's going to help us out at this point in the game. Okay, huh. Opponents. What you trying to do? Okay, they Fatal Push us. Dang. They take themselves down to 13. Mill. Okay, cat comes back. Okay, so with that, we got that finally, but I don't know if that's enough. Okay, Witches of it again. Let's see here. Sedgemore Witch. Not even sure if that's enough anymore. Okay. Sacrifice the cat. Okay. All the mill in the world. Alright. Just milling for days here. Literally just trying to hang on by any means necessary. Okay, so in that case then. Okay. Keep the mill going. Keep the food coming. We sacrifice a food here. Keep the mill going. Alright. But even with all of this, I think it still might be too late. Dang it. We managed to mill them to at least half their deck. But unfortunately, because it took so long to get our lands, we can't recover. They have 2 Reflection of Kiki-Jikis, which is already insane value. And making enough slashers here means that, yeah, we just can't stop this. Alright. Alright, we'll just concede here. Yeah. Dang. I was trying to calculate my head and we just couldn't make it. Dang, we drop in rank a little bit there. It's okay, everybody. It's okay. So, even though we took a couple losses on that last one there, that's fine. Let's actually now jump to the upgraded version. So what if we upgraded the Phoenix Fleet and made it even stronger than it currently is? So, with this version here, if you do like it, we're now going to add in a little bit more juice to it to hopefully pump up our whole game plan here. So with this, the game plan now stands to be that we're going to do a little bit of tweaks with the main deck. So we're still going to keep most of the core here. We're going to keep an extra Scavenger's Talent, so that's going to be tossed in here. For more consistent card draw here, we have Phyrexian Arena. Keep the Witches, of course. Keep your Egoists. Phoenix Fleet Airship, of course, will stay in, of course, because that's what we've got to do. The only major upgrades, of course, to the main deck is going to be utilizing here Hive of the Eye Tyrants. We'll trim down the swamps to make room for not just the Fountain Ports, but 3 Mutavaults, so we have some creature lands. An Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth will help us ensure that we do have enough swamps to actually cast everything. Keep the Volatile Vault. For the upgrades to the sideboard, we do have some much more stronger options for us to ensure we can get what we want going here. So for this, what we're going to be doing is we'll add in Thoughtseize. So this is now going to be a better option for your sideboard if you want to do stronger disruption. Keep, of course, your other single copies of stuff. But we're now going to upgrade our... For Graveyard Hate, we have Leyline of the Void. So this is actually going to be our stronger option here to stop our opponents. And if we want to, we'll now have a much more stronger option for a Wrath. We have the Meathook Massacre, which is great for our deck. And also it helps us with life gain and drain shenanigans. So this actually can be redundant with certain pieces in case of things kind of go south. But that's going to be the better upgrades for us. Nothing too dramatic, just a couple of key pieces to kind of refine our game plan and make it better. So I'm hoping that at least with the upgraded mana base, that should give us a little bit more to work with here. At least I hope so. All right, so let's get this going. And let's give it now a shot here. Wait, hold on. Did we pick actually the deck? Hold on. Hold on. I don't know if did I pick the right one? Yeah, I didn't pick the right deck. Okay, so upgraded version. Much better. Okay. So while we're loading up our next game, everybody, another question for all of you out there is, what do you think is the best card of 2025? We're getting close to the end of 2025, and I would like to hear from you guys about what do you think out there is going to be what would you pick as the best card out there? I would love to hear from you guys about your opinions on that. But until then, all right, so we got the Phyrexian Arena, so we have consistent card draw. We have the Swamp, Scavenger's Talent, and the Airship's also ready to go. So we have our game plan squared away. We just need to start drawing into our action, make some tokens, let the Airship do its thing. Okay, so for now, upgrade that. Okay, so it's a level 2. Okay, opponent's got Golgari. Huh, so what are they playing? Oh, they got the Stats Trophy. Well, that's annoying. We'll get a free land, I guess. I guess it's better than nothing. Okay, so that is kind of helpful for us. What we can do then is, since we got a little bit of time, we can put out now Cauldron Familiar and Phyrexian Arena. Life Gain and Drain. Okay, so with that, now we have our cats and we have our card draw. So this will hopefully just draw us into what we need. Okay, Overgrown 2. Opponent wants to slow down a little bit here. Oh, Thoughtseize. No, jeez. Okay. Fine, opponents. Get us with the Thoughtseize. What did they take, though? Oh, okay, so they were smart. They took our Airship. But that's okay. We still have ways of making it work. So until then, Sedgemoor Witch. Down to 16. At least with the arena, we can start rebuilding our hand. At least I hope we can. Okay, Swamp for our opponents. What you got? Jade Light Ranger. Huh. Is it an Explore deck? I feel like I'm getting a flashback to 2018 with this deck. Okay, opponent throws away the Land of War Elves. Okay, that's cute. Fatal Push. Okay, well, we lose our cat for now, but it's okay. Cat's coming back eventually. Okay, Annihilating Glare. Oh, nice. We got a Phoenix Fleet Airship again. So, we will throw in... Nothing we really need to eat for now. I think for now, let's get the Phoenix Fleet in. And we will go from there. So we can get at least an extra copy or two. Maybe we can get it to go off here in a bit. Shieldred, okay. Opponents having one of the best cards in black at their disposal. Okay, no blocks yet. We need a couple extra copies of the Airship in order to get our game plan going. Okay. Okay, so we're going to hurt ourselves quite a bit here in order to make this work. Yikes. Okay. All right, so Popular Egoist. Now, in order for us to make this work, we're going to have to do it this way. Sacrifice the Egoist. I don't want to, but we don't have a choice here. At least we can life gain and drain a bit to rebuild ourselves. Okay, Shieldred's gone. Nice. And from here, Deadly Dispute. Actually, hold on. We'll wait. Down to 12. Nice. Okay. 2 copies of the Airship are ready. So, I think I know how we're going to do this. We can turn on the Airship if we need to. Just to block for a smidge. Ooh. Okay, opponents. Do they pay the 3? Okay, so I guess we have no choice here, so... Draw 2. Okay, we got another Witch anyway, so should be okay. Right? Right? Ooh, opponents. Alright, so we'll turn on... We'll take at least one creature down. Nice! It's okay, we can always rebuild our Airship Fleet. Oh, nice, we got the Witch's Oven. Okay, so... Sedgemoor Witch. Witch's Oven. We will make... Actually, hold on. I got this even better, even better. Turn on here. Down to 5. Sacrifice the food here. Alright. We bring back the cats. There we go. We got it. And now we end the turn. Make another air fleet. Okay. We took control of this game. Beautiful. What's your last? Oh, and that's it. Opponent has had enough, and we get the victory right then and there, buddy. Yeah. All right. All right. We're back in this. We're so back. All right. Okay. So there you go. Not too bad for the upgrades. That helped us out quite a bit there. So let's hope that we can keep this going here. If we can get at least a couple more wins, maybe we can push ourselves today to platinum before the stream is over. I would love that at least. Although I always remind everybody, you all, of course, don't have to rank up. Don't feel like the rankings are what define you as a skilled player. You can definitely, of course, play even if you were bronze and still have fun. Okay, so we'll keep this hand here. Hive of the Eye Tyrants, Triumph, Diddly Spute. Okay, got a little bit of everything. Okay, Hive of the Eye Tyrant, Witch's Oven. We'll start preparing our food soon. Okay, Plains. Quarry Steel Cutter, okay. Ornithopter, okay. Oh, okay, so it's like the Boros Convoke deck? I think that's what we're dealing with here. Okay, we got the Swamp. So in that case, Swamp here. So we have plenty of spot removal for this. See what our opponent tries to do here. Cloud. Okay. Huh. Okay, what do they get for equipment? Got another Quarry Steel Cutter. Colossus Hammer. Okay. Yikes. Okay. But they have no way to equip it just yet. Okay, so Heartless Act. Taking out that, so that turns it off. Down to 16, okay. Another Swamp, okay, that's good. So, let's see here. I don't want to do this, but I think we're going to have to. Witch's Oven goes bye-bye. Draw some cards. From here, we... Annihilating Glare. We take out Cloud. Okay, so he's off the field now. The equipment deck's going to be very scary if we're not prepared for it. We're going to still see if we can try to force our way through this. Quarry Steel Cutter. Pumps up the Prowess Monk. Do they attach it? Lightning Helix. Okay. Huh. Not what I was expecting out of an equipment deck, but here we go. Ugh. That's not good. Down to 6. Okay, Popular Egoist again. So, dang, we're not fast enough. I always feel like that's always been my ongoing issue when it comes to playing these decks. I'm never fast enough to stop our opponents. And anytime I am fast enough, I end up running out of gas. Okay. Opponents. Okay. So, yeah, that's lethal. Okay. I guess we'll just block here. Down to 3. Opponents. Is that all? Okay. I guess the opponent wants to do that. That's fine. So let's see here. Not ideal, but maybe with the right setup here. Jeez, never mind. They got the Quarry Steel. All right, we're toast. We are toast. Wow. Just, yeah, I wish I got that kind of luck. Where's my luck at for this game? Jeez, okay. So I guess we're now just going to border ourselves on gold 1 for the night. Okay. It's okay. Not a big deal. It's all good. Okay, so another question I also have for all of you that are out there, whether you're watching live or if you're watching this on the replay. So, what do you think is the best color of 2025? It feels like it's mostly, again, just blue or red. Actually, I would think probably blue has it the best this year. And then what do you think is the weakest color? And why is it green? But seriously though, green has had not much good luck this year. Although there is a good deck right now currently in standard that does take advantage of green itself. But we'll talk about that in a future video with what we're cooking up soon. All right, so here's our next game. Let's see if we can get this going. We're just going to try to get some wins here. Okay, so let's see. Our opening hand here. So we got the Fatal Push, the Scavenger's Talent. We get to go first, though, so we'll throw in the Scavenger's Talent. Swamp into the Talent. And pass. All right, opponent is playing Yorion. So hopefully this means we can pull off some shenanigans here. I don't think we're going to be able to mill an 80-card deck, but we'll try. We'll try. Okay, opponents, still nothing yet, so play the Swamp and play Sedgemoor Witch. Unless you have a counterspell, opponents. No more lies. All right. Those are especially painful because they exile our card. Okay, we got the Witch's Oven. That's cute. Okay, Popular Egoist. Does this stick? Jeez. Okay, so Omen of Seeds. Okay, so it wasn't Counterspell. All right, as long as it wasn't Counterspell. So we have a shot still. Okay. And we'll play the Witch's Oven. Okay, so how do we get to our victory against a deck that's going to be blinking everything for value? Okay, Otawara. Oh, they got the Get Lost. Okay, so don't get any value off of that, unfortunately. It's all good, though. Mutavaults. We will turn on one of our Mutavaults. Down to 15. Okay, opponents. Nothing yet. Okay. That's cute. Okay, Urborg, that's great. So now these are all swamps, which does help us out quite a bit here. Okay, we'll turn on another Mutavault. Okay, well, I guess this is going to be our game plan for now. I guess it works. Sort of. Down to a 10. Memory Deluge. Okay. Okay. Still waiting for our opponent to tap out again. We'll see if they do it. I guess we'll Volatile Fault now. And we take out the Castle Ardenvale. This does mean we could life gain and drain him for a smidge. Does our opponent follow up with a Field of Ruin? Okay, opponent. Okay. This creates for us a treasure. Okay, the Wandering Emperor. Okay. Okay, so they tap down? They do. Alright, so I guess we don't have a choice here. Poop. Okay. So we drain our opponent again some more. So with that, Fountain Port. Okay, well that actually helps us out a little bit. Just a smidge. If they Field of Ruin away... Okay, we'll wait it out for a bit. Getting around a Field of Ruin and the Mutavault. Okay. Toots. Okay, so I guess we don't have a choice here. We will make... We'll sacrifice one of the maps. Draw a card. Okay. And then I guess Deadly Dispute. Okay. Okay. So that means we get a Swamp out of the deal. Still not quite what we want, though. Okay, so in the meantime, we try to get some value off of that, but we're still not hitting our pieces. We have now plenty of mana. We just can't get what we need out. Okay, Teferi. Joy. Where's our Annihilating Glares? We need those right now so bad. Okay. So, is there a way out of this? Or are we forked? Okay, opponents.
Watch for intruders.
Okay, so before that resolves, we'll Fatal Push away at least the Samurai token. So we have a shot here at trying to stop this. Even just a little bit. Okay, they untap their lands. Yeah. Okay. And our turn. Still more lands. Come on, deck. Where is our other pieces at? So I guess for now we'll just turn on the Mutavolts. Okay. Guess we'll just go for the obvious. Unless they have another Wandering Emperor. Okay, so for this... Okay, so we have to sacrifice it for food. Alright, so that fizzles, but at least we get something out of the deal. Okay, I swear, if you have another card opponent, I'm going to puke right now. Down to 6. And pass. Omen of the Sea. Come on, deck. Where's our answers at? I swear, it just feels like it's always so lopsided. Ah! So now we're down to 1 creature land. Our opponent has successfully stopped us.
You know what?
And Teferi's very hard for us to stop right now. Memory Deluge again. They keep digging. Okay. Super frustrating. Because they're, again, it just really feels like, as always, when you play against Azorius Control, it just feels like it's such an uphill battle. The only time I ever play Azorius Control, I end up losing to, like, mono black mid-range. Why is that, by the way? Alright, Popular Egoist. Well, do we get any value off of this? Anything. Okay, so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I think... Okay, do we drain here? 5. Okay. Four. Eat that. Okay, down to 3. Turn you on. Is that enough? Oh my goodness, we actually got around though. I didn't think we had any business getting a win there, but we managed to somehow find a way. Oh, that was a beautiful one, by the way. Very tight, but we managed to find a way to sneak on through with our sacrifice shenanigans there. Oh man, I was trying to calculate. I'm like, wait, we had a lethal right there. All we had to do is just kind of sacrifice everything and we got to win. Nice. Yes. Take that, by the way, Azorius Control. Okay, but we managed to squeak by a win there. That was good. That was real good. Okay, oh, Scrapfling Revelation. That's actually a pretty cool card, by the way. We haven't had a chance to build around it yet, but in the future. Like, I have, like, right now, literally next to me, a bunch of scrap paper with, like, a ton of decks I've scribbled down. It's like all I do on my actual regular big boy job. Okay, so letting you know right now, we're looking at about, let's see, we're closing in on the last chunk of the stream. We still have a little bit of time to play, but just FYI right now, we are looking at ending probably in the next like 20-ish minutes, a little bit smaller than normal. And the reason for that is we got to take care of some other stuff. But I was trying to see if I have time to squeeze in at least one stream with all of y'all this evening, since we were a little bit behind schedule this week. But I still appreciate y'all being here for me. Okay, Duress. All right, opponent, what are you taking? Fatal Pushes. The Phoenix Fleet. We have Phoenix Fleet, of course. All right, it's fine. Not a huge deal for us. Let's attack with the cat. Cat attack. Okay, opponent, what you playing? So they have the Duress. Demir mid-range? Okay. Okay, opponent. Urborg. We'll swing with the cat. Get the meow meows. Popular Egoist. Do you have an answer, opponent? Nothing? Okay. I don't think they have anything in black. Like there's like they can't fatal push it because they would have to actually get something bigger sacrificed. Opponents? Oh, they have cut down. Never mind. I totally forget that that's still a card that exists. Joy, by the way. All right, it's fine. Not a huge deal for us. Got a swamp. All right. Well, I mean, I suppose we could start building up tokens we need to in a pinch. Okay, 16 opponents. Okay, oh. Hengegate Pathway? So, okay. Opponents. Still trying to figure out your game plan here.
Distractions. That's nice.
Okay, so we resolve this.
Drop it.
Throw away the Fatal Push. Okay, and then we will pay the 3 life. Okay, Liliana down.
Oh, that's my cue to leave.
Okay, nice. Scavenger's Talent, that's good for us. We will tick it up. Okay. So with that, even if they blow up our Cauldron Familiar, Scavenger's Talent can bring it back. So we do have a bit of time to rebuild ourselves here. Okay. Still don't know what our opponent's doing. Is it just Esper Control? Mid-range? I think it's an Esper Control deck. Or at least that's what it feels like. So from here, we just keep swinging. Just keep swinging. Just keep swinging. Just keep swinging, swinging, swinging. What you gonna do, opponents? Taking the little points of damage here and there from a cat. Okay, down to 14. Okay. Opponents, consult the star charts. Good card, by the way. So dig in 4 deep to pull out 2 cards. What did you get, opponents? Oh, obviously we can't see, but let's see. Okay, nothing. All right, so in the meantime, I guess we'll just make a fish token. Oh, hold on, everybody. Say no to spam, by the way. So it looks like we got our typical spam we always get at some point in the stream. So hold on one second, everybody. Give me a moment. I just need to get to this because otherwise it's going to be annoying to deal with. So that's okay. There we go. It's banned. Okay, so let's see here. How do we want to do this? I guess we will swing here and see what happens. What does our opponent do, by the way? God, I would love to bring in the Phoenix Fleet Airship right now, but they have 5 cards in hand. And I have no idea what they're going to try to do. Down to 12. Okay, opponent. Anything else? Still nothing. They're at 12, though. We're at 17. I don't know if that's because they're waiting for us to make a move. 5 cards in hand. Thoughtseize. Joy. Okay. So that means we lose the airship again. Still can't get it off. But they are hurting themselves quite a bit here in order to even try to find a way to fight us. Okay, so I guess for now, I think our best strategy is maybe... Okay, Path to Peril. Okay, so they destroy all creatures. Actually... Yeah, we'll just let it go. We still get the food just the same. And from here... Okay. From there, we can then make another fish and just rebuild. So we got a fish and a cat stopping our opponent from doing stuff. All right, so milling away. At least we get a little peeky peek at our opponent's stuff. Okay, so they do have more removal. So it's literally just... it's a control deck. Still annoying, but maybe we can get around it here. Nice. Okay, so we got Popular Egoist. Does this resolve? Nice, it does. Okay. Okay, here we go. Keeping it going. Oh, man, we're so close. Opponents. Down to 7. Opponents. What you got? Nothing. I think we might be able to get lethal next turn. Assuming our opponent doesn't try to do anything crazy here. 4 cards in hand, though. They know we have a Fatal Push. Fading Hope. Okay, so for here, sacrifice now the Call for Familiar. Okay, we get the triggers off. Make our food. Mill, mill, mill. Mill some lands. Okay, and then from here, bring back the food. Might as well do the life gain and drain while we can. More lands milled. Okay, down to 4 opponents. They bounce back the Egoist. Small price to pay, but not a huge deal. We managed to speed up the gap here. Okay, Legion Bendis. Ouch. Okay. Oh. We managed to get another cat anyway. I love this game. Okay, so. Okay. Opponents. Down to 3. Okay, so next turn is the turn. Does our opponent stop us here? Do you stop us, opponents? Do we have it? Did we get the win? We're going to find out right here now. And there you go. Our opponent has had enough, and they cannot find an answer to stop us here. Woo! Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. One more game, and we hit platinum. So at least we can finally get out of the annoying gold ranks. Hopefully on this one here. I would love for us to finally get that. Okay. So let's see. All right. We got our gold. Come on, deck. You gotta believe now. We've gotta believe. Let's see if everybody, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's see if we can push our way out of gold finally into the platinum ranks. And we're going to be doing it here and now. I know we can. Okay. Let's lock in.
It's time to
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. So, okay, we got plenty of Witch's Ovens and we have a Scavenger talent. Okay, if we can get at least one other creature, if we can get our cat, this would be amazing. The Egoist would be 3 turns away. That's the only awkward part about this hand. Oh, do we keep this? Hoping we get removal? Do we keep this hoping that we get anything? Or are we going to be screwing ourselves over here? I mean, got 2 lands. We'll keep it. Someone's going to yell at me later, but I'm going to keep it. We can bring out the Scavenger's talent for a turn. If there's nothing else to play, then mostly we just try to... Okay, so our opponent also mulliganed too, so I guess that helped us out a bit. Scavenger's talent. Okay. Either we get another land, and we can do our thing. Okay, Shieldred's Edict. Not ideal, but I guess it's something. Alright, so for now... Go to level 2. So it gives us something to do. Okay. What else you got, opponents? Okay, pathway. Fear of missing out. Okay. So, they discard a card. They draw a card. Nice. We did get that 3rd land drop, so that's actually good for us. Witch's Oven. And then from here, we will pass. Okay, Mutavault. They swing. We will Shieldred's Edict now. Non-token creature. So that's going bye-bye. Good. Fable. Alright. He's got the Fable down. Sedgemoor Witch. Okay, so... Okay. Neither one of these are ideal right now, but it's okay. We'll keep it as is. Okay, so opponents. We didn't have a good luck last time facing Rakdos, so I don't know. I would like for us to beat Rakdos here, but we're going to try. I don't know, though. We're going to try. Okay. They threw away... Huh, they threw away Unholy Annex. Interesting. Okay. Shock themselves. Okay. Opponents. You have an answer? Okay, no blocks yet. Down to 18. What'd you get, opponents? Okay, they got Duress. No, that's going to take away our Phoenix Fleet airship. That's the only logical thing. Yeah, they got to take that. Ah! Couldn't get it off again. That's a shame. Okay. Well, come on deck. Okay, so we got a fatal push, so I guess that's something. Although it's not ideal. So, let's see here. Okay. We can't even cast it because there's nothing for us to hit. So, Witch's Oven. I guess we go from there. No attacks yet. Okay. So the only way we're going to make this fatal push work is I want to have it hit Shieldred. No, or we could hit Kikiji. Okay. So, okay, we got to do it now. Not ideal. Make a token. Shoots. Worst possible hit for now. So we lose our Egoist. Okay, small price to pay. Still frustrating, but that's okay. Is that all, opponents? They swing. Block here. Okay. Sacrifice the token. Do some milling. Okay. Lands go bye-bye. No damage. Alright. Unholy Annex. Okay. Opponent's going to try to rebuild themselves here as quick as possible. Okay, and they can do that because they turned on the Mutavault. Alright, so that drains us out. Okay. Ooh, nice. We got the Cauldron Familiar. So, we have now a way to fight back. Okay. Cauldron Familiar in. Curtis. Ooh, is this Pioneer? Yes, it is Pioneer. Well, thanks again for joining us this evening, my fire friend. How you doing today? Hopefully you're having a wonderful evening wherever you're at. So right now, we're in the middle of trying to do some cat oven shenanigans. We wanted to get the Phoenix Fleet off, but our opponent here is preventing us from pulling off our ideal situation. We're not giving up, though. Okay. No attacks. I want to attack so bad, but it's not doable yet. Okay, so how do we get out of this? Is there a way out of this? Okay, Ritual Chamber. Okay, they got the demon. Okay, so we are going to be running out of time here. We need to stop our opponent before they drain us out completely. So from here, it is literally going to be an uphill battle. Okay, making the food. Throwing away cards. Get that cat oven going. Alright. We have to hope we hit something hard here. We will also eat another food. Keep our life total high. Keep milling our opponent. They're at 32. Okay, Sedgemoor Witch. Okay. How do we do this here? I think we'll go to level 3. More sacrifice shenanigans. Alright. We just have to keep our life total high enough so that way our opponent doesn't try to mess with us here. Okay, down to 28. We go to 24, we're at 16. Still no attacks. Pass the turn here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Egoist comes back. Milling away. Milling away. Heal 6. So our opponent has to close out the game quick here, or we might actually be able to sneak by with a victory. But on the other hand, they're also going to be drawing a lot of cards too, so they are going to put themselves in a very greedy spot. Okay, so they make another demon. Okay. Okay, this is going to be tough. If we only had a way to just generate tokens, that's realistically our only way of surviving all this. Down to 4. Thoughtseize. Okay. So they throw away our Sedgemoor Witch. Joy. They go to 24. They unlock again. Okay, so from here, desperation time. $19. Okay, keep the food coming. Just keeping ourselves alive by a hair. Okay, down to 5. Down to 3. Okay. Draw. Down to 1. Okay, so... Okay, we didn't get enough for us to actually do this, but... Okay, hold on. 15. Okay, I guess what all we can do is... No attacks, so... Trying our best here. 13. I don't think we have enough. I'm gonna try. At 11. Okay. Five. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 7. Oh my goodness. 5. Oh my goodness. I can't believe this is happening. Down to 3. We'll sacrifice what we have left. And that should be it. And then bring back the cats. My goodness. We did it! Yes! We built them out! We did it! And we managed to do it, everyone! Woo! Yes! We got finally out of the gold ranks. Oh my goodness, thank God. We finally did it. We got out of there. We're Platinum 4, so God, we got out of that hellhole. But we finally did it, and we managed to out-mill Rakdos mid-range. Oh, man, that was a beautiful one. That was a great one, by the way. So at this point now, I mean, yeah, we're at the bottom of another tier, but at least now it won't be such a chore. I mean, actually, it will be a chore, but at least Platinum is not horrible. Okay, so looking at the clock right now, we're going to see if we can squeeze in one more game for tonight, everyone. So this will be it for us. Win or lose. Whatever happens, happens. And then from here, we'll do our usual wrap-up of our deck. We'll then cover the good, the bad, and the ugly. And then if you are sticking around just a little bit longer, I'll give you a sneak peek as to what's to come for the next couple of live streams, and also what's coming up for our deck tech that we're going to hopefully try to get out Monday morning. So hang in there a little bit longer, everybody. I thank each and every one of you that did show up today. So thank you all again for all of your support. Okay, opponent is... Alright, they're trying to ramp. Okay, so let's see. Opponents. Aftermath Analyst, okay. Alright, opponents. Trying to get their shenanigans going on here. So be it. Such a witch, okay. For now, though, pass the turn. Opponent looks like they're going to try to do some landfall shenanigans here. It's annoying, by the way, but that's okay. So with that, let it go for now. Thassa's or huh? Wait, what? Why now? Okay. Well, obviously that doesn't get them the win, but okay. Well, I guess we'll take it out now. Just at least keep our hand. Oh, jeez, we're not getting what we need. All right. Maybe I didn't put enough lands in the deck. I probably should have checked that out later on. Okay. Okay. So nothing else going on here. That's fine. Opponent's gonna get a swing in here. So be it. Okay. So from here, put down the Sedgemoor Witch. Okay, opponents. I still... Okay, stock up. So is this the Simic deck that they try to do the landfall combo shenanigans with? I've only played against it a handful of times, and it's a kind of annoying deck. But I'm assuming this is what this is. Okay. Okay, so we got the cat, which is nice. We're still not quite where we want to be at, though. Let's see here. We will play the Cauldron Familiar. Okay, and we will wait it out here. Actually, we'll attack. Might as well get an attack now while we can. Down to 16. Okay. Opponents. Spelunking. Alright. That's a thing. Anything else, opponent? Aftermath Analyst again. Okay, they're milling. Okay, so from here, block with the cat for now. We'll Deadly Dispute our way out of this. Wait, oh, wrong. Oh, almost got the wrong card there. Okay. Sacrifice our cat for now. It's okay. We'll get it back later. Draw 2. Oh, there we go. We got our Witch's Oven. So, Cat Oven combo whiz online. So from here, let us get out the Phoenix Fleet. Okay, so we got our fleet ready to go. Sacrifice our one and only pest. Makes our food. Bring back the kitty cat. Meow meow. Now at this point it's a race. So swing again. Do you block, opponents? Nope. 3 damage. Down to 12. Okay, the fleet is coming. Okay. Even if we lose this one, we did manage to get off at least earlier in the stream at least one solid view of the fleet itself. Oh, they got the escape ship. Ugh. Is this it? Are we going to lose here? So, did we lose? I guess we'll find out here. Okay. Opponent. Okay, so yeah, they're floating their mana. Okay. I'll let our opponent go off here. Boo. Yeah, that's the Lumar. Okay. So I think we lose at this point. I'm just gonna cut it. I'm not gonna give our opponent the satisfaction of getting that in. So, dang. Not what I wanted to see because I don't like combo decks like that. But oh well. I'll just take the L. I mean, we're at the bottom of Platinum 4 anyway, so the loss doesn't really matter to us that much. Any case, I think we'll end it there, everybody. So before we go, let's actually now cover the deck overall. Let's kind of give a quick little review as to what we just experienced. So what do you think, everybody? The Phoenix Fleet, a mono black sacrifice deck that's trying to build itself around the Phoenix Fleet airship from Avatar. What do you think, everybody? Would you play this deck in any way, shape, or form? Now, to be honest with you, we managed to get at the early point with the budget deck a really hilarious win against the Selesnya Angels deck. And actually, we managed to hold our own against that deck. I didn't think we were going to, but I actually loved how that was able to pull it off. But that, honestly, that was definitely what I would call like best case scenario if the stars align and you know, then everything just is magical and perfect for us. If you want to rewind that when you can, for those of you that are checking us out now, that was an amazing video that or at least that was an amazing match that kind of showed you how the deck can go off in a perfect world. But of course, I didn't expect us to always go off like that. But if nothing else, the deck is capable of pulling off quite a few tokens with it. Granted, it is going to be a little slow. So I think if I was to redo this, maybe I would probably rebuild it and mostly just Rakdos Sacrifice deck that takes advantage of building up the fleet until we can get enough where they can just do the damage on their own. And mostly it would probably be more focused on, I guess I would say, I don't know, maybe more of a control build-up. Having said that, we still managed to get some good success with our support creatures, like Popular Egoist actually did help us out quite a bit. So the card worked its magic, so great for that. Sedgemoor Witch also did have some moments where we were able to make enough pests where we can actually crew up Phoenix Fleet and actually do its thing. So that was hilarious, by the way. Didn't really get a chance to use the Trebuchet, so I can't really make an opinion about this card. I want to like the card. In theory, it can work, but it's a little clunky. Maybe it should cut that. I guess I threw it in more for flavor purposes. Ayara might help me. That's right. So, some options here, and we'll talk about this also as we keep going. So real quick here. So for this, and this is something if I was to probably redo this again, if we want to go full on mono black hire, so we also have cards like Ayara here. So you can use this for another way to help us with card draw options here, life gain and drain shenanigans. Ayara actually probably would have been maybe a better solution. Granted, I did mention earlier at the start of the stream, I slapped this together in like 5 minutes, honestly, just because I had an idea in my head and I immediately just wanted to slap it together just in time for the stream. But yes, everyone I know mentioned this earlier. Ayara, I would definitely say throw this in. If you have copies of it, definitely would help make the deck better. So I probably would cut the Trebuchets. So Trebuchet would go bye-bye here, and Ayaras can come in. As for how many copies, that's something I would probably have to tweak here and there. But yes, good call on that one, Curtis. I appreciate you pointing that one out. Overall, though, the rest of the deck actually felt pretty good. The Cat Oven combo, they're never going to beat the Allegations. Cat Oven still does its thing. We can still mill with Scavenger's Talent, which is Oven. So I am a little bit biased towards it, but it works. It still works in 2025. Wow, who would have thought? Cat Oven still got it in 2025, everybody. My only other tweaks I probably would do is maybe readjust the removal package, but this is mostly going to be more towards if you actually want to build more towards meta. At least having one copy of each kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of what you could use if you want to. If you want to do more sacrifice stuff, you have options. Annihilating Glare felt a little slow and maybe might not be ideal. I only threw it in here because, again, it's only 1 mana, so that's mostly why we have it. But again, you can mix and match what you need to. Obviously, we didn't get a chance to play any best of 3, but it's still... You can still kind of mess with it a little bit, figure out what you want to play with. So your mileage may vary. As far as the upgraded deck, which we definitely were able to get some wins with, and we managed to outdo a couple of sorry, I'm kind of stumbling on my words here. We actually managed to get by and, get a couple of sneaky victories against Zoria's Control. We got a good, nice little sneaky win also against Rakdos midrange. So, hey, the deck actually can squeak out a couple of wins and cheese out a couple of opponents with certain matchups. So it is doable. Granted, for those ones, you may not need the fleet. So keep that in mind, however you want to build it. Phyrexian Arena, I'm probably going to lean towards what y'all said. So Ayara, throw that in. You probably don't need Phyrexian Arena. Or at the very least, maybe move this card to the sideboard and then tweak it from there. But again, mileage varies, so adjust it if you like it. Once I leave the link, once we're done with the stream in just a few moments. But before we go, as always, if you made it this far into the stream, and beforehand, as always, my true fiery friends, thanks again for hanging in there. You're going to get a nice little sneak peeks to what's to come for the next week in some. So, we will have our Earthbend deck that we're going to be focusing on. So, we're of course got to do every one of the bending elements. So, a couple weeks ago, we did firebending. Last week was airbending for standard. And now we will have an Earthbending deck that we'll definitely throw together for the... for our next deck tech. So we're going to have that set for you guys in depth. We'll have some gameplay footage for you. That's all going to be in there. And then as far as future live streams, as for what we're going to be building, I actually have another Earthbending deck that's actually going to be focused on a hilarious combo if we can manage to pull it off. It is a little janky, but if we can pull it off at least once on stream, I'd be super happy to do it. Otherwise, other decks that I have yet to finish yet, but we're still trying to work on. We have a new humans deck that I might want to try to build here. It's going to be mostly an Orzhov Taxes deck. We're building the waterbending deck, so that's going to be coming as well. We'll continue our Basically series in 2026. So this is going to be something that we haven't finished yet, but for those of you that don't know, the Basically series is decks that don't use any rares or mythics. So these are ultra budget decks, great for beginner players, great for budget players out there. So that is going to be coming up again. We have our Slimefoot deck, so this will be in 2026 once we get around to that. So those are ready to go. We have also a Dimir version, so we have a Fairies deck, but I'm going to hold off on introducing this one until we get to Lorwyn. I have a feeling we're going to get some nice little upgrades for Lorwyn Eclipse once the time comes. Otherwise, beyond that, we're definitely going to, of course, hit up all the other key players that I would love to build decks around for Avatar. So we're definitely going to do, of course, so we already did Iroh, we did Firelord Zuko earlier this week. We definitely have to do Azula. We have to do Katara, and of course, maybe another Aang deck and a Shrines deck. Those are all floating in my head. It's still going to be a little while before I can build all those, but they are going to be coming down the line. Curtis, it's the best of both worlds, draining your opponent and card draw advantage. Yes, I totally agree with you. So probably if I play around with this in the future, maybe I'll probably showcase this again. Maybe we might do a bonus video in the future with it more streamlined for it to be a little bit better than what we currently have. But again, if you like the decks, what we currently play today, one more time, links will be located in the details in just a few moments. But until that moment comes, that's pretty much going to be it for today, everybody. We'll give a final shout out to those of you who were chatting with me in the stream today. So those of you that were chatting earlier today, so I got that shout out from Abel. Thanks again for popping in as well. Nick AI Sup, thanks again for popping in for a little bit moment there. I'm glad you got to see me pop off earlier tonight. I'm happy that you got to at least witness that. Curtis, thanks again for popping in near the end of the stream. So such a shame we're going to be ending it now, but I still appreciate your advice and I still value what you mentioned. So thank you again for putting your input on there. I do value that. And hopefully again, we'll get a chance to do this again soon. Next week, it might be, I'm planning right now Wednesday and Friday. Don't quote me on that because sometimes my schedule does get a little jumbled here and there, but definitely for sure 2 more streams are going to be coming next week as we come up towards the end of the year. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, we'll try to at least do one holiday themed deck. So we're probably going to do maybe like, I don't know, like elves or something. I don't know, something fun. And then of course, we'll try to do a nice little end of year bonus stream. Maybe it might not even be Magic. Maybe it might be just a bonus game of whatever. Just something just to chill with and just chat with all y'all a bit. But until then, that's going to be it for tonight, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll get a chance to do this again very soon. But as always, I like to leave you on one important lesson to learn, if you will, before we go. So with that, just remember that no matter what you do play in the game of life, always be sure to burn bright. We'll see you again next week, everybody. Wednesday. Later.